Alright, let them have it. It didn't crash, finally. Okay, but I still needed to make a new episode. So this is the new episode. Welcome back to Hyrule Total War Classic Ultimate. My Submod for the influence mod Hyrule Total War. It's based on the December 2014 release. We're playing as the Labrynnian regime and the Zora's domain. We just defeated the Gorons at Gorforgaru, their last Goron settlement still held by them. The rest of the Goron lands are held by either our ally, Labrynnians, or by the Zora's domain, the faction I'm currently playing here. Playing as both, but this is a Labrynna campaign mainly. So, relations worse and Fears of Tarm poor, but it doesn't matter, they are almost defeated too, and Marmirads, Valuto, General Valet of the Zora, that won the battle against the Gorons there. Relations worse and the Kingdom of Hyrule very poor, and ally of the Gorons. Okay, resistance is futile, Gorforgaru. Yes, we took over this area, and we had 400 losses, killed 300 Gorons. That's the last Goron area. While this area, Dodongo's Cavern, is held by King Dodongo and the wild animals still. So we have defeated the Gorons finally on the map, divided between Labrynna and Zora. Check if we have another diplomat. Don't think so. We have only one diplomat that we are moving towards the Lisselfoss, because we need. No, I did a mistake. I shouldn't move him to the Lisselfoss. I should move him to the Sand faction. My mistake. Okay, we will move him towards the Sand faction next. Okay, but in this episode we will fight this battle immediately. We are backed up by Captain Sugalona of Labrynna, the unit of gunner posts that won't be able to move and aid in the battle, and Blue Dragoons, they will be able to aid. Okay. We can attack here, or we can let Labrynna attack. So we'll get this army to join up too. They have the general, maceman, and some good stuff, but I think we will attack with the Zora. So we'll say the game again. We'll fight this battle. Army strength ratio 3-10 in their favor. That's because they are a single man entity. King Dodongo. King Dodongo, he's very powerful, especially if you fight him in Outer Resolve, he will win, but in real time he might not win. There's a chance that the game will crash too if we defeat him in real time, because he has the upper hand here. Okay, so we'll fight the battle on the battle map. If it's CTD we will out to win this later. Okay, but we'll take him out the normal way in battle, but because they have the upper hand quite a bit, I believe that the game could crash after battle when we win it. Okay, so let's fight the battle on the battle map. Alright, we're in the battle. I paused recording during the loading screen. Let's start deployment. I will just need to use the army. So it's at the entrance of the Dodongo's Cavern. So there is only one entrance, I believe. There's the plaza. It's like a cave. Move them over here. Okay. We had an officer in this battle. We are not controlling the general. Okay, I will pause the recording. Alright, problems again to get it to work. Couldn't get it to work in this battle, unfortunately. We only had an officer here. It's very weird. Usually I would be able to get it to work by starting it multiple times or use different versions, but in this battle. Unfortunately, we can't control the officer. Okay, it can crash if we try too much. It's better to play it without even trying anymore. This is Dodongo's Cavern, a great custom settlement made by Undying Nephilim, the original creator of Hyrule War. Okay, so this is the place, and here we have King Dodongo, leader of the Dodongo, one of the custom generals of the Gorons. Okay, we will place the mages in loose formation, and we will order them to attack. And the cannon could also move. We have a battle platform too. You can still zoom in on the troops. Don't know where Labrynna is. Over there, see the blue colors of our ally Labrynna. Their mages will enter the cave first. Our army was placed just outside the entrance, while Labrynna was located a bit away, so they will have to run around the settlement. There's only one way into it. They are on their way, they have a mounted unit. Let's pause the game. Just want to check that they are moving. They are moving. Blue Dragoons. It's the only unit that could move out of their units. Weak Blue Dragoon unit has been in battle. Then we had the gunner posts, but they can't really move. By the way, if they do not show their riders or the gunners in your version of Hyrule War, that means you are using the medieval tutorial or engine oral project tool. It's required on Windows 10, or certain units like the giant heroes will crash. But unfortunately, the riders of chariot units and of the gunners, battle platforms and Kokiri barricades will all be invisible. Same with riders of elephants. So that's why they are invisible there. I'm playing on a Windows 7, so I don't need to use the tool, with the exception of when I fight certain units, like for example the Giants are fine and most other units are fine, but I need to use it against the shadow bloats of the forces of the Twilight, or against the Majora cavalry of the Darknet Legion, because they crash otherwise. But any other units are fine. Okay, on Windows 7. Okay, let's unpause the game. I believe we'll be able to kill Dodongo, King Dodongo. The Zora here. Take Dodongo's Cavern. And we need to send a diplomat, either from Labrynna to the Zora or from the Zora to Labrynna, and divide the areas between them. I believe I want to give the Zora all the areas of the Gorons. Makes sense. It will make them stronger. They are pretty weak. They only have 6 areas. Kind of want to give them more areas. I also want to give them the Zora areas held by Labrynna, such as the Sunken City and Mootless, I believe. That will set back Labrynna a bit and come to their goal of getting 40 regions, but it's fine. It will give the Zora a stronger position too. Is that the enemy, King Dodongo? Yeah, and he can fire fireballs. Prepare to fire on him. Shit. So all the giant generals of this mod has projectiles now. Some of them have very close range projectiles, like Bigoron's projectile, the Bigoron Punch, used by all the close range projectiles. fire fireballs against our troops. He counts kind of like a mage. Same fireball as a ballista, I believe. And I will Vegan. King Dodongo of Green of Time could fire a fireball too, so it made sense. Also, I needed all of them to have all the giant heroes to have projectiles. And the reason for that is that I needed them to be able to take out gates and walls, especially gates, because otherwise they would just stand outside forever, forcing the defender to sally out to handle the giant beasts. It's better if they can enter the city on their own. Otherwise, the computer would attack with a giant general and start a battle, and if you out-resolved it, they would win, and if you fought in real time, they would stand outside, because they had a projectile named No Projectile, which counted as a projectile, but it wasn't really an attack, and it allowed the generals to initiate a battle, but they couldn't attack the walls. It also prevented the game from crashing, because in Medieval 2 Total War Kingdoms, unlike in Rome Total War, the previous game in the series, that in Rome Total War elephants could attack walls, but in Medieval 2 they can't. It crashes when you place the mouse cursor on the gate. If they have a projectile, they can attack walls. So under Nephilim had added a No Projectile, which is like a projectile that isn't a projectile. It's like they do nothing. That resulted in battles being started, and then they just stood outside doing nothing, forcing the defender to move out the troops to handle them. Instead I added projectiles to each giant, so they can actually attack the walls, and so the defender doesn't have to sally out and can kill them from defensive positions. So the King Dodongo was stronger than I thought he would be. He has taken a few shots. We can see that he's bloody, but even so he is not defeated. The mages have stopped firing for some reason. Continue to fire. Good. We are back at firing. The Labrynnian bears should arrive soon too. We have our mage cannon here. Mage cannon. Three Zora mages moving each cannon forward. See, fight between the Dodongo and the Zora mages over there. They're continuing to shoot at King Dodongo. Question is, will he be able to kill all of them, or will we be able to take out King Dodongo first? I think we will be able to take him out. Don't even need to take out, conquer the plaza, because they will lose whenever King Dodongo falls. I don't know where you can see the blue colors there. He is not hitting with all his shots. He has killed some of our troops, but many of his shots have missed actually. Yeah, this is a really cool settlement. Here are the bears, Labrynna. Entering the Dodongo's Cavern. Zora mages are continuing to fire their electric beams. Battle is not over. Let's put normal speed on. Yeah, they are much more tough and they have a ranged attack. The bigger punch is also a ranged attack, but it has so short range that it's almost a melee attack. Like they need to stand next to the gate in order to attack it too much. So at least that one is useful for the ones that shouldn't have a ranged attack, but they needed it to be able to destroy the gate. It's useful for taking out other giants too. Oh, here comes the Labrynnian cavalry. They decided to charge with their sabers. I believe the Dodongo is very, very difficult to kill in melee. They can fight in melee too. I don't think they can take him out in melee too. Usually the giant heroes are immortal in melee against infantry and cavalry. It can be taken out by archers, javeliners, crossbowmen, gunners, siege engines and mages. So any projectile can kill a giant, but not melee infantry or cavalry. Continue to fire Zora mages. He's not dead yet. They are not out of ammo. Don't know why they are not firing. Maybe the Labrynnians are in the way or something. No idea. Move closer. Got the head fast speed on. Okay. Get fire at will on. I didn't want that. I want them to use fire. No idea why they do not fire. Move forward. Now they might be able to fire. Let's see. They reacted on him being very close to. Now they have problems. They will send in the big of the battle platform. They are not firing as they should. They stopped firing when the Labrynnians got in the way. So these riders, the big of the battle platforms, might also be invisible due to the medieval total war engine overall project tool, which is required on Windows 10 computers. I didn't upgrade my Windows 7 because I didn't like how I needed to use the tool in Warcraft War and in Hyrule War. Of course in Warcraft I still need to use it, but due to many units not working otherwise, but in Hyrule War I get away with not using it when using a Windows 7 or a Windows XP. I no longer have a Windows XP, but I used to have it. Anyway, it worked fine on both of those Windows operating systems. So this battle platform has the same protocol as the Sapphire Wardens. They should probably be able to handle King Dodongo. place them in loose formation as we are being fired at again. Fuckers. Pause the game. I have no idea why they can't attack. Can't attack with a ranged projectile. We only see a sword for some reason. They're annoying. Let's kill the elephants that have started to panic. Disappointed at the battle platforms. They didn't really attack as intended. Alright, attack with the mage cannon then. We already lost one of them. Shit. Taking out one of the cannons too. A few of its crews. I really like the look of the Zora mages. Okay. Have to move. Labrynnian bears have been winded. We will run into trouble if our range units fail to take out King Dodongo. Bears are already broken pretty much. Now they are back. They weren't broken, they were winded. Now they return again. They can attack King Dodongo with their guns, but if they use sabers they will lose. Can't defeat him in melee. Where the fuck did King Dodongo go? Labrynnian Blue Dragoons have moved back, riding over the Zora there. Only 5 remaining. The rest are killed in melee. He's over there. Annoying. Attacking the mages again. And the mage cannon. And we go to the battle platforms. They didn't have any projectiles for some reason. Weird. They always used to have that in the beginning of the battle. Ah, they use their guns now. Now they are too close, probably. Might be able to kill him with guns. They continue to use the guns. It's unlikely, now they have one left. I think their troops need to not be... they need to not have lost morale, I guess. They lost the Labrynnian cavalry, or ally. They're defeated there. Here's the mage unit. Now we can fire at King Dodongo from here. good. I know they are firing again. He can take quite a few shots, but he will probably be killed soon. Hopefully. Because I gave these guys very, very high hit points, I believe, and defense. Defense 126 and hit points 8. They can take quite a few hits even with projectiles. I thought they were too easy to kill in the original versions of Hyrule War. I wanted the giant heroes to actually be bosses in the game to put up a fight. So even without an army, it's still pretty good in real time. Of course, it's too OP in Outer Resolve, like all the giant heroes. But in real time, they are killable. It's just that they are tough. Doesn't do anything for some reason. That's fine. We're not gonna reposition our troops if they have problems firing sometimes. And he might attack them in melee. They will be defeated. Yeah, I can take quite a few shots with the mage fire. He has killed 19% of our army we had here. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 units plus the Blue Dragoons of Labrynna. I do not count the gunner posters, it can't really do anything. Only if King Dodongo would move out to the area where they are would they be of any use. As they are defensive. The mages might run out of ammo if this continues. Not the best projectile. Against giants. I'm surprised he's still alive. It hasn't died yet. See if he dies soon or if he will run out of ammo. If we still have the Flood Masters, then I will send them in. They have a way better projectile for handling giants like this. I believe he would die with one hit of the Flood Masters. They have a much stronger projectile. Maybe not one hit, but 2 or 3 at least. Alright, took a while. Speed up this a little bit. Forever. I forgot we can't speed it up unless we are zoomed in on a unit. And I'm annoyed that it took forever. Let's send in the Flood Masters to aid in the battle. These guys are still moving. little bit too long to kill King Dodongo. With a unit of mages, we need the Flood Masters to come in. They are on their way. Alright, we'll pass the Zora mage cannon now. Move into the deeper area, past the dead Blue Dragoons there. We enter the area where Dodongo is, King Dodongo. Okay. He's still alive. The Zora mages are firing. Don't want them to fire at will, first of all. And second, I want them to move over there. Okay. Yeah, the mages sucked against King Dodongo. They are effective against troops, but not against giants. Irritating. I didn't load that. Alright, we will let those guys take care of him instead. These are the Flood Masters of the Zora. A much stronger projectile. I don't know where King Dodongo went. Here he is. Oh, he died! Finally! Yeah, there's no reason to continue the battle. Let's end the battle. Clear victory. So yeah, the Zora mages weren't good against giant generals, but the Flood Masters were. Their projectile is much better to handle such creatures. You can see they fell. King Dodongo, he was almost immortal against the Zora mages. They just couldn't penetrate his armor. Well, the Flood Masters could fell him. Okay, Captain Labrynna of the Zora had 296 Zora, lost 42, 254 remaining. We killed Dodongo, he counts as 2 units. Captain Sokalona of the Labrynnian Pistolmen had 32 units and lost 14 of the Blue Dragoons. And we have 18 remaining. Dodongo killed 42 of the Zora and of the Labrynnians and lost King Dodongo. He lost himself, he died. Okay, yeah, and the only ones that killed troops were the Flood Masters. Okay, and I think this will be the end of the video, because unfortunately the game might crash after battle, after any battle, but it's especially likely to crash against giants like King Dodongo, and especially against King Dodongo. I have had the game crash against King Dodongo in the past. So we'll end the episode here. We'll see you in the next one. Yeah, bye.